The movement of the player on the court while holding a ball is covered in the rules in Article 25, traveling, and it is always an area of concern. Point of emphasis. If a player starts a dribble while moving, the pivot foot may not be lifted before the ball is released from the hands. During recent years, the FIBA World Technical Commission has directed special attention to the officials on illegal movements when a player starts a dribble. In this area of officiating, good improvement has been achieved. Let's replay the sequence. White 5, while moving, receives a pass, catching the ball with his left rear foot touching the floor. This foot becomes the pivot foot. Continuing to move, he starts the dribble, lifting his pivot foot before releasing the ball from his hands, gaining an unfair advantage and easily passing his defender. Traveling violation. White 5 releases the ball only when his pivot foot again touches the floor. Official is correct in calling a violation. Blue 12 receives the ball and begins a fast break. He takes the ball in hand at the moment when his left foot, now pivot foot, is touching the floor. Continuing to run while in possession of the ball, he lifts the pivot foot before he releases the ball for the dribble, committing a traveling violation. Correct call for a traveling violation. Let's review the play. Team in red gathers the rebound and prepares to fast break. A ball is passed to red 9, who catches it in his hands when his left foot is in contact with the floor. Red 9 then lifts his left foot, the pivot foot, while still having the ball in his hand, thus creating a speed advantage over his opponent. Violation. He then also lifts his right foot and only releases the ball to start the dribble when the left pivot foot touches the floor again. However, sometimes miscalls happen in this play. Traveling violation that has been missed resulted in a foul called on the defensive player. Traveling violation missed by the officials. Pivoting is a legal movement of the player. Officials must be attentive to observe that the pivoting player keeps the pivot foot at its point of contact with the floor. White 14 beats her guard red 13 and dribbles to the restricted area. Meeting two other opponents, she stops on both feet and then establishes her left foot as the pivot foot. Trying to find an opportunity for the shot, White 14 makes several pivots, always keeping her pivot foot at its point of contact with the floor. She then lifts the pivot foot and releases the ball in a jump shot. Legal play.